Here we go for a little accidental tour around my office, because it's currently full of games of the Gorgon's Loch, boxes of I mean. Right, hi guys, this is Dan from FBG here. I am going to just run through, I've had a couple of questions about how best to pack things into the insert. Why am I showing you the standees that are already made up? Because I want to save some time, and of course when I open up a fully plastic coated box in a second for you, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out two great big cards that have these laser cut standees in them, and of course a big bag of black and green and yellow bases. So to save time, I'm going to use these that I've already got made, that I've been using for the playthroughs and stuff, but I assure you they're exactly the same size. So I'll get these out of the way for a minute. That's 40 enemies, 5 heroes and the golden statue. And now I will go to my review box pile and I will find a completely plasticated, unopened copy of the Gorgon's Loch. So let's tear this open, and this is a kind of proper unboxing I guess, but without the detail, fear not. So first of all we've got this very thin plastic coating here. Dispose of that responsibly please. And we open the box. Oh, incidentally, if anyone spotted it, here is the damage from getting squished on top of the pallet. So this will not be going out to any of our backers. This will be given out as a review copy to someone kind enough to offer to review it. So, pop the lid over there. What do we have? Well, we've got the two booklets. Pop those to one side. There's the Great Hall. Here is a beautifully efficient chits pop-out punch-out thing. I'll punch that in a second. Here we have the 40 enemies, 5 heroes and 1 golden statue, all again laser cut and ready to be punched out, but as I've said I'm not going to be doing that, so I'll pop those to one side because I'll be using these guys right here. Okay, let's get all the board pieces out. So we've got 4 corridors, the start room, vestry 1 and vestry 2, we've got the kitchens, and we've got the 4 chambers. We also, these substantial sized things, got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action and health point counters. Again, I'm not going to be punching all of these out folks, but you will be when using these amazing blue and red jewel cubes to track your progress. So I'll pop those out for a moment and then you can get a better look at the actual insert here. I hope the light's good enough here. Let me just let me try something a minute. That's a little bit better on the insert. There we are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 recesses here that are currently not being used. They're going to take respectively the square board chits. These are going to take the square death counters, all 15 of them. This single little delightful little pad here is going to take the Gorgon's scale on its own, and here we'll take all 13 lava bridges. So let's go ahead and punch those. Punching my own game, honestly. Hope nothing goes wrong. Imagine how terrible that'd be. La 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 la. Really pleased with the efficiency of this punch board. I am. I'm not a big fan of waste. So Nice Funny Games have done wonderful work with this. So yeah, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to punch all these lava bridges out, and then after you've played your first game, you can take them not like this, but sideways, and place them into this thing here. Fits lovely into the insert, and as you can see, you can also go ahead and pull it out, no problem. So that's where the lava bridges live, so we'll pop those in there. Right, what's next? We'll go for the death markers. There's 15 of these, so we'll just punch those real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we'll stack those up. Oops, they don't shuffle very well. I must remember if ever I make a game in the future to not use this cardstock for playing cards, because they cannot be shuffled. Okay, so there's the stack of all 15. Again, not like this, like this on its side, and you'll find that in that second deep recess there they fit all the way down to the bottom, and of course you can also easily take them out as well. What remains? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mission chits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all square, 1 inch by 1 inch, just to overlay onto the board as per the map. If you want to store these while you're playing, go ahead and put them sideways, but they have been designed to fit straight down into that pot there, and of course you can get them all out. Typically the last one is always a bit of a hassle, but you can definitely get it out because there's enough space to do so. So there we are, so they all live there. Finally, on the punch board there's the Gorgon scale, and that fits rather delightfully right here into that section. So that's cool. Again, not a lot of waste there. Well done, nice funny games. So please dispose of that responsibly. Next we've got the two dice decks, the two card decks. They'll happily sit there being dice decks, so that's fine. You've got your jewels here that you use to mark your action and health points, so they're going to go ahead and live in there. You've got the 6 dice. I have news about the dice, by the way, but these are very chunky, lovely 16mm dice there, so they go ahead and live in that middle bit there. Now, we're not going to need these, just like we're not going to need these, because for illustrative purposes I'm going to be using those. But I assure you that here is all the bases for all 40 enemies, all 5 characters, and the golden statue as well. So these 3 together, once punched, take up exactly the same amount of space as this little pile of things here we're about to ram in here. So the final thing is the hearts. Now, while I'm playing, I use this last little section here as a little heart pot, and I pop a few in here. However, you're not going to get them all in there. So what I'm going to do, just for the purposes of this, is I'm going to leave the hearts in their plastic bag. You may want to leave your jewels or your dice in the plastic bag as well. It's entirely up to you. But I have had a couple of people ask on the Kickstarter page and in various other places about how the best way to pack things into this insert so that everything remains safe. What I usually do is just ram the dice in there in the corner. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave them out for now. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill this full of standees. Now, if you want to painstakingly place the standees like this, all flat, one against the other, you will find that you can very easily fit all 40 in. However, that's not very practical, because what I like to do is scoop them all up and sprinkle them in as though I'm being very generous with Parmesan cheese on a pizza. And all that actually needs to happen here is that the standees themselves in this large sort of base here are below the level of the top of the box, which you will see they are. Now, cram them all up to one side, tie in the bag of hearts, which will fit happily there, and they're still well below the top level of the box. So, how do we fit everything else in? Well, this is how I do it. You go ahead and do the same, or if you can find a more efficient way, then I'll be happy to listen. First of all, we'll go for all 4 chambers, because the chambers are the large rectangular ones here, and you'll notice that where these little nubs are here, that's been designed to just take the chambers there nicely. Next comes the corridors. So there's 4 corridors, but the most efficient way to pack them is in 2 stacks of 2, like that. Then the kitchens on top, then the vestries on top of the kitchens, because of course the 2 vestries together are exactly the same size as the kitchens. Then I go ahead and pop all 5 action and health point counters on, which is very close to the top of the box, and it just leaves enough for the Great Hall. However, if you just let go of the Great Hall, it's going to clonk down onto your standees. So what I like to do now is take the 2 booklets that weigh next to nothing and place them directly on top of the standees. So they just sit there on top of the standees. That then supports the Great Hall as it goes on. The lid comes along, squishes down, and there we are. It's all in. So that's the way I do it. You'll notice the box is completely closed. There we are. So I hope that's answered your questions. While I've got you, before I creep over 10 minutes with this video, I'm going to show you another couple of things. The first of which is 6 things. Oh look, it's a pack of 6 dice in beautiful green with orange pips. Look, can you see? Can you see? Is my camera and lighting good enough? Probably not. So there we have a set of 6 with the Gorgon's Loch logo in place of the number 6 directly opposite the 1. Here we have a set of 6 with the Gorgon Queen's head in place of the number 6. Here we have exactly the same 2 sets, but this time with orange with green pips. Love the colours. Wait till you see the colours in real life, guys. This artificial lighting is kind of making it look a bit washed out on my screen, but they are vivid and beautiful. We have exactly the same set again. There we are with the Gorgon's Loch logo instead of the number 6. And to finish off, we have beautiful 16mm chunky Gorgon Queen's head set, black on white, and you can probably guess the Gorgon's Loch logo, again black on white. So, has everything arrived? Well, no, or at least not arrived in front of camera yet, because lots of you guys are due a dice tray, right? Wouldn't it be wonderful if I had a huge great pile of dice trays right here under the desk? Ta-da! There we are. And don't worry, it's not that boring. I'm just being dramatic. Oh. So there we are. We've got a nice, classy, shiny faux leather base there. And whoosh, look at that. Beautiful. Again, the colours look terribly washed out on my screen, but it's a really nice, vivid, sort of peachy orange. This is all debossed, as you can see, and just look gorgeous, and I love it. And each one of these clicks together very much like the Zatu Games one I've been using for the playthroughs and stuff. So now we have our very own, which means that those of you who have pledged will shortly have your very own ones of these. So there we are. We have the Gorgon's Loch, all 6 sets. We have the Gorgon's Loch dice tray, so now I can start fulfilling the mountain of you that are still left to fulfill. So thank you very much indeed for keeping me super busy. I've got a heck of a couple of weeks to go, but I am very much looking forward to it. So if you need anyone who needs a copy of the Gorgon's Loch, do go ahead and point them at the Kickstarter. The Pledge Manager is still open, although it's only open for another couple of 3 days now, and then I'm going to shut it down once I've got all your guys' info. And it is also now available on the Fantastic Bookstore. So if you go to the Fantastic Bookstore, click on Latest Releases, and you will see there a copy of the Gorgon's Loch. So you can go ahead and point people at our store as well. We're offering free UK shipping for those guys who come to our store, and of course shipping to everywhere else will be the same as it has been for you guys. So yeah, there we are. That's the video. I hope that helped, particularly with the where things go in the insert, but also that I have these lovely things that we thought were lost. We thought they were lost in Germany, and then we thought that they'd been delivered to the wrong city, and then suddenly, ta-da! There was a huge great box left on my driveway in the rain, although luckily it was everything inside was absolutely dry because it was all held in plastic bags. Yeah, just randomly left on the end of my drive about 3 hours ago. So happy days, everything's here. We'll be doing a full quality check on everything that goes out, and then that's it. You're going to have your copies of the game. So I look forward to hearing about them. Play well, good luck adventurers, and I'll see you in the next update. Farewell. Oh yeah, this is oh, here we go. Oh, whoa, whoa, easy now. Whoa. How do I turn this thing off? Farewell adventurers, thank you.